So I just watched the finale of Loki, and I feel like I should talk about it and spoil it for everyone who hasn't seen it, because why have you not seen it? And so this is going to be a short video, but it's going to be just my thoughts and some insights of the show, so let's go. So for one, I'd just like to point out that Daredevil did not make an appearance of the show, so automatically it gets a 0 out of 10. But all jokes aside, I was impressed and surprised by how much I enjoyed the show. If you were to compare it to other MCU shows like WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, this is the best one so far, and I think very few would disagree. There's actual characters and a story and a plot to follow, and I think those are the elements that I think some of these shows don't feature. Some events happen in the season that does affect decisions for characters and other plot points, and they have real consequences. Especially after the reveal of Sylvie, things start to go downhill from there. And although I will say that she's not my favorite character, particularly in her acting performance, not totally convinced, but surprisingly I like how they handled Loki's character, from the evil bad guy destroying New York to a galactic hero. And I think the show catches the past Loki up to speed with the other movies that he features in the MCU, like Thor 2 and Ragnarok, and even in the beginning of Infinity War. The way the show breaks down the character of Loki, I guess you would call it a character study of what makes a Loki tick, because that's what the show is based around him, or what makes him do bad things. It's all explored in only the first episode of the show, and I think that's what got people hooked up into the show. The way the showrunners and writers can make a convincing and interesting story into a show in a small period of time and explore more than what a 2.5-hour movie could do in less than 1 hour. What is also impressive is that the characters are given actual personalities and are seemingly real people to care about. There's a reason why everybody is where they are and what they're doing. For example, the reason Mobius needs Loki to work at the TVA, and by the finale of the show, there's a reason why Loki is at the TVA in the first place. It's nice how the writers were able to put in Easter eggs and details for the MCU fans and for fans of Marvel in general.
It's like a reward.
The things that they put in there, this feature is prominent in the second to last episode, Journey into Mystery. You could see Easter eggs like the Thanos helicopter, Throg, Yellow Jacket's helmet, Kang the Conqueror's Avengers Tower, even President Loki, which is a direct reference to the comics. I think it's nice to see how much care is given to the Marvel movies and TV shows, and most times they do not miss out on the little things that make the MCU as popular as it is. But enough of that. How is the story? Well, ever since we have seen the scene from Endgame, we knew a Loki spin-off was going to happen. So when the story of how this whole timeline debacle was going to be explained, it was enough to get me on board. I think people are still debating and discussing on how time travel actually works in the MCU, since it differs from what we've seen previously in movies such as Back to the Future, Hot Tub Time Machine, Terminator. It's a nicely explored concept, and a simple one at that I can understand, while also setting up a basic understanding of the precedent that will be used later. I like the variants that we see of Loki that is nicely put in and intertwined with the story. Now, we've talked about the show as a whole, but I want to talk about the finale real quickly. But I'll be honest, at first I was a little bit disappointed and taken aback at the one who was supposed to be revealed, the person that we've been waiting for this whole time to see. And who is it? Well, it's just some guy. Even Sylvie says this.
You're just a man.
It's just a dude who jokes about everything. He's jumpy and quippy, and it's a very underwhelming reveal, which is something that Marvel has mastered with these shows and even in some of the movies. I don't want to dive too deep into this topic, but the one thing that I think Marvel struggles with is making finales worth the watch. They always have to make a joke out of it. For example, in Iron Man 3, the Mandarin is just a weirdo actor. But even Eldrick Killian wasn't even the Mandarin. The real one is in Shang-Chi. Another example of a disappointing finale was for the Falcon and Winter Soldier, where it's just a big fight scene for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then the rest of the episode is just empty nothingness. Even in WandaVision, where again it's just a long fight scene, but it was for family.
I got family.
But aside from that, after Loki and Sylvie start fighting, the pace picks up pretty quickly. So now this show will affect the rest of season 4 of the MCU because of what happened, and Doctor Strange is about to quit his job and just give up. That is about all my thoughts on Loki season 1, and I am going to give this show so far an 8.5 out of 10. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated, and also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and also comment. It's the best way to help me create the best content for you guys. It also helps to just start a conversation, and I think that's it, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.